6 days ago, my local community lost 3 teenagers in a horrific car accident. It is rumored it was alcohol and drug related. 8 months ago, the same community lost a junior in high school. She overdosed on Xanax. One evening she went to bed. The next morning, she never woke up. I personally started drinking and using drugs at a very early age of 12, as did most of the friends that I hung around with. Fortunately for me, I recovered from alcoholism and addiction in 2001. However, back in the day, 25 years ago, I was still actively drinking and using with my friends. I remember a time when my best friend Susan was admitted to a treatment center for alcohol and drug abuse. She was to spend 20, 30 days there. Us girls, her best friends, found out the day she was going to be released. We used this as an opportunity to celebrate. We all loaded in the car, got a bunch of alcohol, proceeded to pick up Susan from treatment, took her out, and we all got drunk. Upon reflection, I don't know if Susan stood a chance at sobriety after treatment, for she was returning right to the same peer group that she was engaged in prior to going. In addition to that, she was going to be returning home to her family, a family that actively drank and used drugs. But what if she did have a chance? What if our adolescents today have a chance at something different to give them an opportunity at long-term sobriety? What if that 15-year-old child that gets out of treatment doesn't have to return to the same peer group? What if there's a different way? I believe there is. Today I'm gladly going to be sharing with you and discussing with you something called recovery schools. 34,000 youths were admitted to treatment in 2015 in the state of Washington, according to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Organization. Upon returning home, these youths face several challenges. They have to engage with the family. Sometimes this family isn't sober, or they've damaged the family based on the harm that they created prior to going into the treatment, and now they're expected to re-engage and develop these relationships. They have to return to high school, most of them, to try to now form new friendships, new sober friendships, something that they're probably scared of and not quite sure how to do. And they're expected to lead healthy habits, a healthy lifestyle upon leaving treatment, especially one without drugs or alcohol. These can be extreme challenges for anyone, let alone the drug addict or the alcoholic leaving treatment. In the research reported by scholars in the Journal of Groups of Addiction and Recovery, Collier, Hilliker, and Onwubuzi found that adolescents leaving a treatment center are 70% likely to relapse. So what options are out there for a young person when they leave a treatment center? What else do they have? Most of us are most familiar with Alcoholics Anonymous. It's a support group. They offer meetings, something that the fellowship can be built up for people recovering from alcoholism and addiction. However, according to the Alcoholics Anonymous World Organization, only 1% of their membership is under the age of 21 years old. And there are several reasons for this. Young people don't relate to the stories in the rooms. They find it hard to create that fellowship. There's not enough peers of their own age. 2, transportation is difficult. In order to get to an AA meeting, you need to have a ride. Most of them don't drive, and if they do drive, that license has been revoked based on their actions prior to going into treatment. So what does one do? In their research article, One Size Never Fits All, Drs. Dietrich, Rundlefield, Leo, and Connor explain there is an urgent need to address youth drinking cultures, and school-based delivery offers an attractive and efficient way to reach several adolescents. This is good news, and perhaps even better news, someone has already started this mission. They've created what are called recovery schools. A recovery school is a school within a school that supports an ongoing sobriety with the youth, in addition to allowing them to get back on track academically. The recovery schools are only sober kids, kids who have to maintain a certain minimal amount of sobriety in order to even get into the program. They teach them life skills. They provide meetings throughout the day. Most of those are on campus, however, they can be off campus. And the recovery schools advocate a mentor or a sponsor to help them along their path. They offer a chance at life for these kids who need help. In his article, Recovery Schools Save Addicts, So Why Aren't They Everywhere?, Joseph Erdenbrauch defines recovery schools as a learning atmosphere conducive to the recovery of addiction in adolescence. He asks a good question. Why aren't they everywhere? The answer is simple. Lack of money. Funding up to this point in the United States has only allowed for 37 schools to be established. Not enough funds to go around. The curriculum is a little bit specialized. And based on the lack of funding and therefore the lack of schools, the schools that we do have primarily cater to only white kids. Therefore, in some of our diverse environments and cultures and neighborhoods where the schools are really needed, they're unable to be built. I ask you today, if you look at our drug addiction and alcohol problem in the United States, do you ever sit there and feel like it's a little hopeless, like perhaps there's nothing you can do about it? And if someone was to present to you an option, a fund that you could donate to, an organization that you could be part of, something where you could see children rebuild their lives, children who come from dire circumstances in some cases, would you do it? I'm asking you today to reach into your wallet and to make a donation to these recovery schools. I believe the recovery schools are going to offer our adolescents a second chance at sobriety, a chance that they deserve to have, so that they can avoid pitfalls like car accidents that take their lives and drug overdoses that they don't wake up from. Please, help today with the recovery schools.